Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Friday, September 8th, and we are in the home stretch. We are down to 5 house guests after last night's double eviction, with first Jason and then Raven walking out the door. We're down to Paul, Christmas, Josh, Kevin, and Alex. And I don't think there's many people that would tell you anything different than the final 3 should be Paul, Christmas, and Josh. Final 2 is another question. Hard telling. Now, I will be fine with being wrong. No problem. But I'm not going to be wrong. Last night, the head of household competition happened late. It finished about 1:30 in the morning Eastern time, so 10:30 Big Brother time, and Josh won head of household. So, there you go. Josh has done nothing. Josh has been the one that we'd held out hope for that he was going to break, and I was like, okay. All he's got to do is vote out Kevin. He was a swing vote. He could have voted Kevin, and Kevin would have been gone out the door. That would have totally screwed up Paul's plan. It would have been like, oh my gosh, Josh is finally breaking with it. Nope, didn't happen. Then he won power veto. He could totally mess with things. It wouldn't have mattered, actually. Wait. Yeah, nominations sealed that. Alex would have had to nominate like a Josh and a Christmas or one of the 3. 2 of the 3 had to be nominated in order for one of them to go, even if Josh had won. It didn't matter that Josh won the power veto. He couldn't have switched it up. It still would have been whichever one he had to save, the other one would have left. Unless he did it and threw the wild vote. I shouldn't say that. There was opportunity. Josh has had several opportunities to mess up Paul's game, and he has not done it. His loyalty to Paul will be his undoing. And we've seen this many times in the past with other house guests. Can we say Cody taking Derek to the finals when he had a chance not to? So, yeah. Josh has made several $500,000 mistakes. Here's opportunity again. I don't think it's happening. Josh does not seem to have the ability, without major support. He will do things that he's not happy about as long as he has someone really pushing him hard from behind. But no one is pushing him to break with Paul. He reached out to Christmas to try to get her to agree about doing it, and she wouldn't lock into it, so he is not acting on his own. He has to have someone push him that little extra step. So, that catches you up with what's happened since the show. I should talk about what happened yesterday a little bit in my other social media outlet, which is Periscope, and the video that was tweeted at me of Christmas from what night was it? Whatever night it was. Night before last, when Christmas was. Oh, pardon me. I'm going to clear my throat, and I won't subject you guys to this. So, one quick second. All right, I'm back. Christmas was Cam talking night before last, and I honestly, I have to admit, I need to go back and rewatch it yet again, watch the actual live feed to figure this out, because I saw the video, I reacted to the video, then I went home and I watched the video, I watched the live feeds, and realized that things weren't exactly how they were shown on the video, at least to me. And then I took back my statement, and now people are telling me that no, you're wrong, and da-da-da-da-da. So I'm wrong on both counts. First I had people yelling at me saying it was an edited video, then I had people yelling at me saying, no, that's how it happened. So I need to go back and watch, and I'll try to do that. But the point is, there is a video of Christmas Cam talking, late at night in her bedroom, and she's talking about feelings and emotions and flutterings in her stomach, or fluttering in her chest. I don't know where it's fluttering, but things fluttering. And tossed in there, she says, "I like Paul. How's that? That's a nugget for you." And I really took it the very first time I saw it as, oh my gosh, Christmas has feelings for Paul. And I spouted off about that, and then I went back and watched the video. I was like, wait, someone edited this video a little bit. That's what my opinion, because I watched Christmas say certain things in a different way than what was shown on that clip. The clip was only 2 minutes long, and the actual time that she was talking was about 10 minutes, and it looked to me like someone had spliced together a little bit of it, and the splicing together may have seen it seem stronger that she was talking about Paul than she really was. In any case, it's out there. People are talking about it. If you haven't seen it yet, you're sure to see it if you pay much attention on Twitter. The best thing to do would be to go back and watch the live feeds yourself. You go back to about sometime between 12:05 and 12:15 or 12:16 a.m. Thursday morning, early Thursday morning. And she's talking on camera 3 and 4. If you want to go back and check it out, take your interpretation of it. Is she talking about Paul? Is she talking about her ex-fiance outside of the house? Is she just talking in generalities? Those are all the speculations that people are giving. I don't know why you would talk about flutters if you weren't talking about feeling like emotionally attached to someone in a romantic way, and why she would talk about having flutters inside the house when, about her ex-fiance outside the house. And people keep asking. The story is, for the best I know, is she was engaged. We found someone on the internet found a wedding announcement before she went into the house saying, she was getting married September 3rd. And then we heard that the engagement had been broken off right before she came in the house. It was like, oh my gosh, she's going to be heartbroken. She may latch on to someone and da-da-da-da-da. We only know what we hear. And then there's Paul has a girlfriend. Well, that's the other angle on this. If any of this is even true, Paul hasn't been doing anything other than this comforting, snuggling, touching, grooming stuff that all house guests do. Although people are saying, no, they're doing it more than normal. That's more than normal. I don't know. You go back to Big Brother 16 with Christine, and she there's this whole Christine and Cody thing that upset people, and I kept saying, no, she's married, she's not meaning anything but just your standard stuff that always happens. I can say the same about Paul and Christmas without any additional thing. I don't think Paul's making any moves on her. I don't think. Oh, there's an ambulance. I gotta say it. So people might say, you didn't pull over for the ambulance. The ambulance was coming into was turning the opposite direction and was just coming up to the road when I drove by it. So me pulling over wouldn't have done any good, and wasn't necessary. So I didn't pull over because they were going the opposite direction and were turning right when I drove by them. Maybe that was Raven. There's my running joke. Where's my joke last night? I posted a GIF of an ambulance backing up to unload somebody and saying, "Oh, Raven arrives at the jury house." Yes, that's a squirrel moment, folks. I do them. So, the romantic stuff, I don't know. I think that Christmas has some feelings for Paul. I think she does. And I think that explains why Christmas has been so defensive and wasn't willing to go against Paul when Josh wanted to. Why she wouldn't support that angle. So, those are my thoughts. What else? Oh, well, there was that little matter of an announcement of a celebrity Big Brother. I don't know. We'll talk about this on Saturday, because God knows if we'll talk about a whole lot else. Because what are we going to talk about? This is the script is written. The script is completely written. Depending on who wins Power Veto on Saturday, either Kevin or Alex is leaving. Josh is not changing. Josh is not going to suddenly rise up and revolt. So it's either Kevin or Alex that's going. As a matter of fact, it should be. I don't think either's going to win the head of households. I would say unless Alex manages to, if Alex stays, I would say Alex goes next, because Kevin seems more. Remember, Alex won head of household after the blind side. Alex won head of household after Jason went out. She's more willing to be a strong competitor. Kevin really seems somewhat broken, and he's older. I imagine they're going to vote out Alex next. She'll be blindsided again. Alex and then Kevin. And we have 2 evictions next week. And then you have final 3. The only way things could go wrong for Paul and his plan would be if Alex or Kevin, whichever one is left, wins head of household, because they would get to stay. And they would be a lock for the final 3. I would imagine that Paul will push to get Alex out because she's seen as a stronger competitor and she just won that head of household. Of course, she probably would have been voted out last night if she hadn't won that. So that's what's up. We are down to final 5. Oh, Celebrity Big Brother. We'll talk about that on Saturday. I don't know. The problem with the thing that I like about Celebrity Big Brother in the UK is that they force the house guests they force these celebrities to do things that they aren't comfortable with, and they don't put up with a lot of their BS and their egos. And I don't think the US version is going to put up with a lot of that. Matter of fact, I'm sitting here thinking they're going to let them do live feeds. They're going to get these people to sign off on live feeds, that they're going to be on camera 24/7. I don't know. And there's the question of will it be, and Big Brother Network asked if we had any questions for Allison when he's in asked questions, and I said, well, is it going to be a public vote? Are they going to vote each other out? And is it going to be, are they going to be playing for money, or are they going to be playing for charity? Because I could see the charity. I mean, they will get paid. They would get paid a certain amount, but the prize would be for charity rather than for, I don't know. We'll have to see. So it has potential, but it also has potential to be a flop. And to me, one way to make it not a flop would be to actually not give in to the celebrities and treat them like regular people. But hell, Big Brother lately hasn't treated regular people like regular people. I mean, look at Matt. Oh, here's one more side note. If you have Flashback, if you have CBS All Access, go to the Flashback area, and there's links to certain events that happen, or the highlights. Go to the highlights area. On the right-hand column, they now have a highlights area that says this is happening, this happened, this happened, and you can go back to certain plots. You can filter that by house guests, which I just discovered last night because I really don't use the CBS version. I use Big Brother Viewer. If you go to the filter and filter it on Matt, it's like every single, for the last week that Matt was in the house, almost every single clip that they have a flashback point to is where he broke the rule. I wish I had known about that before our show last week. I mean, there's like 10 instances of Matt breaking the rules. At least. I need to go count it. It's worth checking out. I don't know, maybe it's not, but it amuses me that there's a disconnect between the CBS application, between the CBS Online and CBS Broadcast, in that, I look at Julie's being a part of the CBS Broadcast, not as part of the online thing. And so the online part seems to have no problem calling out Matt on things that he's done, pointing out some of these things, and yet, he doesn't get in trouble. So it's funny. I probably will take a picture eventually and just share it, even though Matt's gone. It's kind of like, look at this, because it'll go away. The problem is once the feeds are gone, that stuff is gone. It's gone forever. You can't go back and watch. Used to, for a couple of years, you could actually go back and watch the live feeds from 2 years before. You can use Flashback and go back and watch feeds from 2 years earlier. They don't do that anymore. The feeds will go away about 30 days after the show's over, and they will be gone. Even though there's a lot more recordings and stuff than there used to be. But I, frankly, will be done as soon as the show's over. I'm not going back to look at old feeds. I'm done. And then at some point, about a year later, you go, oh, when did this happen? Oh, I want to see that. Oh, crap, it's gone. Hopefully somebody grabbed it on YouTube or something. But generally, no. Oh, you don't stop, person. You don't stop. People that can't drive. Okay. All right. Anyways, here's another squirrel moment. I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday. I will talk to you guys probably not till Monday. I don't have cross-country meets this weekend, and so I don't anticipate being on Spreaker over the weekend. Probably not till Monday. So, but you can always check it out on Periscope, which I have started marathoning Periscope, it seems. And our podcast is tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We will talk. We will be there. We will discuss things. We will do our best not to be Debbie Downers the entire time. Maybe talking about Celebrity Big Brother will be our chance to be fired up. Okay. All the good drivers are out today. I am going to go. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.